A Bloomington bookshop from the 90s returned this week. WTIU has more.
Founder and co-owner Rick Morgenstern thought Monday would only be a soft opening.
Well, you know what's exciting for me is walking the sales floor and shaking people's hands and hearing that they're excited that we're back. And we've been open for 2.5 days. I'd say, without exaggeration, I've heard that 100 times.
Morgenstern says the support this week affirms that the bookshop did something right the first time around 30 years ago that left an impression on the community. The store has some of its previous features, such as community space that can be reserved and live entertainment.
I'm most excited about two things immediately popped into my head. Filling our bookshelves with as many titles as we can get on the shelves and afford it, and connecting with the community through our events.
His list includes book signings, poetry readings, and Saturday morning children's story hour. Talk of Morgenstern reopening began in 2019 when Barnes & Noble shut its doors, but opening day plans were delayed because of the pandemic. Morgenstern says the bookshop needs consistent support to succeed and remain open, especially when competing with a digital market.
It's a tough road for a physical store to make it. So if the community's going to want to keep us here, they got to come spend their money here. It's all there is to it.
Some new features added to the store include a cafe and selling local artisan goods. Sam Eads is a co-owner of the store with her husband. She says she's excited for the spirit of community Morgenstern Books brings to Bloomington.
When you go to a bookstore, it's more than just getting a book, right? You go in to learn something, to connect with people.
She adds, though there are other bookstores in town, Morgenstern offers something unique in creating a community space for people. Morgenstern agrees, emphasizing that community has always been part of the store's goals.
We are so blessed to, early on here, create the same spirit we had in the legacy store of the 90s.
He says the difference this time around is being more intentional with design and the aesthetic of the space. For Indiana News Desk, I'm WTIU.